Ever stared at your M1 Finance account, watching your portfolio grow, and then thought, okay, great, but how do I actually get that money? You're not alone. We spend so much time focusing on investing, building our pies, and rebalancing that the simple act of withdrawing funds can feel like a mystery. Like, did I just accidentally invent a perpetual money machine that I can never actually benefit from? Seriously, though, the process can feel a little daunting, especially if you're new to the platform. You've meticulously crafted your investment strategy. Maybe you're saving for a down payment, a dream vacation, or just building a comfortable emergency fund. But when it comes time to access those hard-earned dollars, where do you even start? Think about it. We're constantly bombarded with information about investing, but practical, step-by-step guides on the exit strategy are often glossed over. You see flashy graphs, hear about compound interest, and get excited about building wealth. But what happens when life throws you a curveball, or you simply want to enjoy the fruits of your labor? That's precisely what we're tackling today. Forget the jargon, forget the complicated financial terms. We're going to break down the entire M1 Finance withdrawal process, step by step, so you can confidently access your funds whenever you need them. We'll cover everything from initiating the withdrawal to understanding potential fees and timelines. Let's start with the most basic question. What are your options? M1 Finance primarily offers two methods for withdrawing funds, transferring to an external bank account and using the M1 Spend debit card. Each has its own advantages and considerations. First, the classic bank transfer. This is likely the method most people will use, especially for larger withdrawals. To initiate a transfer, you'll need to have a linked external bank account. If you haven't already linked an account, you'll need to do that first. This involves verifying your bank details, which usually takes a few business days. Once your bank account is linked, you can initiate a transfer by navigating to the transfer section of your M1 Finance dashboard. Here, you'll select the account you want to withdraw from, your invest account, or potentially your spend account if you have funds there, and the linked external bank account you want to send the money to. Now, here's where things get a little nuanced. You'll need to specify the amount you want to withdraw. Remember, M1 Finance is designed for long-term investing, and withdrawals trigger a rebalancing of your portfolio. This means that M1 will sell off portions of your holdings to generate the cash for your withdrawal. This brings us to a crucial point, potential market fluctuations. Since M1 needs to sell assets to fulfill your withdrawal request, the actual amount you receive might vary slightly from the amount you initially requested. This is because the value of your investments can change between the time you initiate the withdrawal and the time the sale is executed. So, how long does it take? Generally, bank transfers from M1 Finance take 2 to 3 business days to process. This time frame can vary depending on your bank and the day of the week you initiate the transfer. Weekends and holidays can also extend the processing time. Now, let's talk about the M1 Spend debit card. If you have an M1 Spend account, you can use your debit card to access your funds directly. This is a more immediate option, ideal for smaller, day-to-day expenses. You can use your debit card at ATMs or for point-of-sale transactions, just like any other debit card. However, it's important to note that the M1 Spend account is linked to your M1 Invest account. This means that when you use your debit card, M1 will automatically sell off portions of your investments to cover the transaction. Again, this triggers a rebalancing of your portfolio. There are also daily spending and ATM withdrawal limits associated with the M1 Spend debit card. These limits are designed to protect your account and can vary depending on your account type. You can find the specific limits for your account in the M1 Finance app or website. Now, let's address some common questions and potential pitfalls. One frequent question is whether there are any fees associated with withdrawals. M1 Finance generally doesn't charge fees for bank transfers or debit card transactions. However, there might be fees associated with using out-of-network ATMs, depending on your account type. It's always a good idea to check the fee schedule for your specific account. Another important consideration is the tax implications of withdrawals. When you sell investments to generate cash for withdrawal, you might trigger capital gains taxes. The amount of tax you owe will depend on the type of investment you sell, how long you held it, and your overall tax situation. It's always recommended to consult with a tax advisor to understand the potential tax implications of your withdrawals. Now, let's walk through the actual steps of initiating a bank transfer. First, log into your M1 Finance account. Navigate to the Transfer section, usually found in the main menu. Select Withdraw and choose the account you want to withdraw from. Next, select the linked external bank account you want to send the money to. Enter the amount you want to withdraw. Double-check all the details to ensure they are correct. Once you're satisfied, confirm the transfer. You will receive a confirmation message, and the funds will typically be deposited into your bank account within 2 to 3 business days. You can track the status of your transfer in the Activity section of your M1 Finance account. For using the M1 Spend debit card, simply ensure you have funds available in your M1 Invest or Spend account. You can then use your debit card at ATMs or for point-of-sale transactions. Remember to be mindful of your daily spending and ATM withdrawal limits. Now, let's talk about some best practices for withdrawing funds from M1 Finance. First, plan your withdrawals in advance. This will give you time to consider the potential market fluctuations and tax implications. Second, consider the timing of your withdrawals. If possible, avoid withdrawing funds during periods of high market volatility. This can help minimize the impact of market fluctuations on your withdrawal amount. Third, keep track of your withdrawals. This will help you monitor your portfolio and ensure that you're staying on track with your investment goals. Fourth, understand the rebalancing process. Remember that withdrawals trigger a rebalancing of your portfolio. This means that M1 will sell off portions of your holdings to generate the cash for your withdrawal. Sixth, if you have any questions or concerns about the withdrawal process, don't hesitate to contact M1 Finance customer support. They can provide personalized guidance and answer any questions you may have. Finally, remember that M1 Finance is designed for long-term investing. While withdrawals are possible, it's important to consider the potential impact on your long-term investment goals. Ultimately, withdrawing money from M1 Finance is a straightforward process, but it's important to understand the nuances and potential implications. By following these steps and best practices, you can confidently access your funds whenever you need them. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.